So when you hear a phrase like hungering and thirsting for righteousness, it usually conjures up pretty specific images, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like activism or fixing broken systems.
Yeah, fighting the good fight. It sounds like this massive mandate to just go out and change the world.
Right.
But, well, welcome to today's Deep Contemplation. For the Word community joining us, we are unpacking the concepts from the recent Sunday message at Hong Kong Cheil Church. And honestly, it completely flips that outward assumption right on its head.
It really does. I mean, if you caught the message, you know this isn't just about global justice.
Not at all. We are looking at a deeply agonizing, internal spiritual thirst.
Yeah, it fundamentally redefines the fourth beatitude in Matthew chapter 5.
Yeah.
Because, to understand why this specific hunger transforms your daily life, you have to look at the architectural design of the beatitudes themselves.
Right. They aren't just a random list of nice sayings.
Exactly. They operate as a causal chain of spiritual maturity. You cannot simply jump to step 4 and decide, hey, I'm going to be hungry for righteousness today.
Yeah. Because the mechanism starts with step 1, which is spiritual poverty, like realizing you have absolutely zero spiritual capital.
You're bankrupt.
Yeah, total bankruptcy. And once you recognize that, it forces you into the second step, right? Which is mourning. You actually, you grieve your own brokenness.
And that grief is the active ingredient. It strips away your arrogance and drops you right into the third step, which is meekness.
Wow. So your ego has to be totally dismantled first.
Right. Only after that do you finally possess the internal capacity to experience the fourth step.
Yeah.
You are finally empty enough to harbor this desperate, starving hunger for a right relationship with God.
It makes me think about people who try to, bypass that entire process.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, because you see individuals sitting in the pews week after week participating in this Word community, yet they talk about feeling completely hollow.
Yeah.
If they're in the right environment, why are they experiencing such intense spiritual malnutrition?
Well, it happens because of a total misdiagnosis of the symptoms. I mean, think about the Sunday message when we talked about the Samaritan woman at the well.
Oh, right.
Her primary issue wasn't just that she was physically thirsty. It was that she was trying to hydrate a spiritual organ with physical things.
Like literal water or earthly relationships.
Social validation.
Yeah.
All of it. You don't even know what you're truly thirsty for until you encounter the actual source.
So trying to cure that specific spiritual void with a superficial church social club is just ineffective.
Completely.
It's like trying to cure starvation by eating handfuls of sand.
That's a great way to put it.
It might take up space in your stomach temporarily, but your body is still failing.
Exactly.
So if a genuine encounter with God is the only nutrient that actually works, there's a dangerous trap here, isn't there?
What do you mean?
Well, it reminds me of those medieval aristocrats mentioned in the message who intentionally delayed their baptisms.
Oh, right. Waiting until their deathbeds.
Yeah.
They wanted the ultimate loophole, like live recklessly, do whatever you want, and then boom, get a quick prayer of forgiveness at the last possible second for a clean slate.
Yeah, they viewed grace as just a transaction. But, treating forgiveness like a weekly reset button without changing your daily trajectory, that causes severe psychological and spiritual damage.
It's the whole frog in boiling water thing.
Exactly. When you consistently engage in destructive behavior and just say sorry, without the active struggle to stop, you develop spiritual calluses.
Wow. So you literally lose the sensitivity to feel the damage you are causing.
Right. The neural pathways just get used to the friction.
Mm.
That is why true righteousness or sanctification requires a daily, grueling struggle to change direction.
It's not supposed to be easy.
No, not at all. If you avoid the painful process of tearing off those calluses, your heart just permanently hardens to the conviction.
But that raises a pretty critical tension, I think.
How so? Well, if this entire process, the mourning, the stripping of the ego, the daily struggle of sanctification, if all of that is entirely focused on my internal calluses and my personal relationship with God, it sounds almost selfish.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Does the external world, the social justice we mentioned at the start, does that just not matter?
No, it matters deeply. But the external world is the inevitable byproduct. It operates like a pressurized irrigation system.
Okay, unpack that a bit.
So you don't fight for justice in order to earn righteousness. Once you endure that internal struggle and God fills your spiritual void with his righteousness, that pressure has to go somewhere.
Right, it displaces your selfishness?
Exactly. It displaces the selfishness and forces his grace outward.
So it just naturally flows into the surrounding environment.
Right. Amos chapter 5, verse 24 captures this mechanism perfectly. But let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream.
Wow.
The internal thirst has to be quenched first. And because you are no longer spiritually starving, you become a conduit.
You start seeing the world's injustices through a completely different lens.
Yeah, and you finally have the capacity to actually pour out into a broken world.
That demands a complete paradigm shift, doesn't it?
It really does.
I mean, true spiritual hunger requires abandoning that comfortable illusion of cheap grace. You have to step into the exhausting daily pursuit of holiness.
You transition from just merely attending a weekly event to fiercely guarding that relationship every single day.
Yeah, it's a daily battle. Well, as we close this deep contemplation, we want to leave the word community with a question to carry through the rest of the week.
It's a tough one, but an important one.
Definitely. When you look closely at your own daily routines, are you merely seeking the comfort of God's forgiveness, or are you genuinely thirsting for the difficult daily struggle to step away from your sin?